Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. I'm Tara. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are part of our family, welcome back. I love you guys. So today is Tuesday, which means it's our Something Challenge video. And our Something Challenge this week was with washi tape. And I decided for my washi tape project, I am going to create a masterboard that then I can make some, I don't know, some cards, or maybe just, I don't know, punch them out and make embellishments. I'm not sure yet. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use washi tape, and then I'm going to cover it with Mod Podge. I've done that before, and it seals it down pretty good. And that way I'm not worrying so much about it lifting. I think what I will do is around the edges where I hit on the edges, I'll probably glue those pieces down because I don't trust washi tape. The center will be okay because of the fact that it'll be, you know, it'll be Mod Podge down. So that'll help. But anyway, so what you're going to need today is a piece of your paper. You could use a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that you don't like and you want to use as a base. You could use anything you want. I am using just a piece of cardstock, hoping that if I do use them for journal cards and tags, I won't have to reinforce it, you know. So I'm going to just start pulling. Oh, and also you're going to need your Mod Podge, of course, and a brush to brush that on, some scissors possibly, depending on if you want to tear your tape or if you want to cut it. So yeah, so I'm going to start pulling from some tapes here that I like. And what I thought I would do was kind of, I saw a video just this morning, and I cannot, of course, think of who it was because it's not someone I normally watch. But she had done this little masterboard. Now, she did it with paper strips. You know how I love to use paper strips. And I just liked how it looked as far as, I'm going to use my stick, my glue stick. I can't think of the word. Anyway, I liked how it looked because she had things, you know, changing shapes and, I mean, changing directions and stuff. And I love that. So to me, that looks really cute. So I'm going to try to do the same thing with my tape. And I think I'm going to tear my edges. I love the torn look. So I'm not going to, you know, worry about whether or not it's perfectly straight or not. And I am just taking this around, and this is basically a collaging with washi, which I don't know, I thought would kind of be cute. And I'm hitting these four corners and just going in opposite directions, like I said. Okay. I've never done one like this, a collage masterboard with washi tape, so it should be interesting to see how it turns out. I have done washi tape collaging just on a much smaller scale, and I liked it a lot. But in that case, I was tearing the washi, like ripping it in pieces. So I would have like torn these and just I just pieced it, and it was all over the place. But I have the two pieces I did with like that, and it turned out really cute. So yeah, so I thought, well, this should be fun, you know, to try and do. I'm not going to use my huge big ones because I think I'm going to stick with the ones that are, you know, more like a paper strip. I really liked the way those looked. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do on these. And like I said, I'm just going to go with the edging to be glued down, and hopefully that'll be good enough. Okay. So I can't wait to see what you guys do. I did make our list, adding to our Something Challenge prompts. I went ahead and listed everything that you guys had sent me that wasn't repetitive. I'd mentioned I'm not going to put things that we've already done. There were a few things that were mentioned that we've actually done before. So I didn't put those, but I did make a list with all of the new things that you guys added or mentioned. Yeah, so it should be fun. Give us a little bit more to select from, you know. I'm only going to do this repetitiveness probably till I get like around this edge fully. And then I'm going to go for it in the middle more, probably more randomly. That's what I'm looking for. Oops. I do want that covered. Okay. I think this could be fun. I want it a little bit straighter. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm trying to get a video done before my landlord comes over and starts working on the apartment next door, because that gets loud. So yeah, so I'm trying. I thought, well, I better get on there and do a video, you know, this morning before that starts up, because that can get real loud real quick. We don't want that. Now on this part, I'm going to do a few different ones, I think, to fill in this edge gap. So let's see. Yeah, I don't actually know. I didn't really come in this with a big plan. So I'm probably going to be kind of random throughout this whole ordeal here. I was looking at my washi tape collection and I was laughing because I was thinking, gee, you know, I don't really think that I have that many washi tapes, and then I'm in there and I'm like, man, I have a lot of washi tape. But then I realized I've seen people with collections that are way bigger than mine. So I was like, okay, well, you don't have that many. I mean, you have a lot, but not as many as some people. So, but I have them all stacked over here next to me. And then I have this bag that is a Mary Kay. If any of you ever sold Mary Kay, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's one of those makeup bags that we used to give away as a gift. That's a rolling bag, you know, that's a travel bag. I have that, and it's filled. I have two of them actually, and this one is filled with washi tape. So I'm like, maybe I do have quite a few. Oh, I don't want that to go under. You know why? Because I want to be able to use the back of these like they are, hopefully. Okay, so let's see. Dive into another pretty piece here. I'm kind of making this one as neutral. As you can see, even the floral, I'm keeping kind of at a neutral color. I don't know, I just thought, I'm going to use a new one. This one's dead. I just thought it would be nice to kind of do something neutral a little bit. Oh, I love this one. It's pretty. That tape is pretty. As you can see, if you're noticing, I'm trying to do them vertical, horizontal, you know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I am doing that on purpose. You don't have to do yours like that, of course. But that was kind of, excuse me, that was kind of the thing I liked about how she was doing her edging. It was so, you know, one was vertical, one was, and it just came out cool. So I thought, you know, I'm going to give that a try. Oops, I want to go this way because this is the right way up. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Move that up just a little bit. Okay. Which one now? Should we do another floral? Yeah, let's do that. So, what's everybody working on? Has anybody been doing anything interesting? Why don't you mention it in the comments so other people can be inspired by what you're doing? As you can tell, I'm in one of my quiet moods today. It's last Tuesday for you guys. Just letting you know what day of the week. I'm actually recording this on a Tuesday, but it's the prior Tuesday from when you are. And so what, May 9th? Yeah, so I'm just kind of in a quiet mode today. When I'm quiet, I feel like I need to talk, you know. I'm not good with silence, with there being uncomfortable silence. But for some reason today, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't have a... Do you ever just feel like you don't have a lot to say? That's how I feel today. And I don't like to just ramble on and on about nothing either. That, I don't know. Sometimes I do that, but it just kind of makes me, I don't know, uncomfortable. I want to put something here, but maybe I'll just grab, where's the one I just used for right here? Maybe I'll just go ahead and add a little bit more of that one. And that way it kind of flows into it a little bit. I just didn't quite make it long enough. So now I've got my edge done. I can start thinking about, oops, I rolled that up. Shoot. There we go. Tara. I am going to trim that because it's all fumbly. Okay. Anyway, what I was going to say is now that I have my edge done, I can kind of have some fun. If I could just get this piece on there right, that'd be great. It's not cooperating with me. I'll just put it up higher so I can trim it. There we go. Anyway, so now that I've got my edge done, now I can kind of build on the inside. All right. Staying with more subtle colors is the goal here. This one's nice. And like I said, we are going to Mod Podge on top of this, so I am putting a little bit of pinkish colors into peachy. I've never used this one. Yeah, the Mod Podging gives it that leathery feel, and it, you know, that always feels kind of cool. So I like that. Well, that is a very neutral piece. I'm kind of sitting them over here so I know which ones I've used, but also so I can maybe bring them back in, you know, as I go. I figure, you know, I might reuse them, but I don't want to use like the same thing over and over and over. I definitely want there to be a lot to see in this. I am going to trim really quick because it's kind of throwing my eyes off a little bit to see these jagged edges. I need to see it cleaned up on the edges so I can kind of get more of a picture of how it looks. Does that make sense? Tina always talks about that, and I agree with her that when you clean up the edges of something, it looks more finished. And for me right now, I'm looking at this going, yeah, it's not looking right to me, so I need to see the clean edges. There we go. Okay. I think I like it better. All right. One of those things where you don't like it until you get it done, and then you go, oh yeah, it looks cool. You know, it's kind of how I'm feeling about this one. Let me see here. That's a little more color than I want. Oh, these are cute. I ripped it. There are so many things you can do with washi tape. I mean, you can use it for spines and signature, you know, in your books. You can use it like this. You can use it as, I mean, I don't know. There's just so many different things. I've done the index cards with it, and I love the way that came out. It's a lot of fun. I don't remember if I did that with you guys or if I did it by myself. Sometimes I still just sit down and craft when I'm alone just to relax, you know, and try to enjoy crafting still, because, you know, I don't know about everybody that does videos, but you kind of, at least for me, I don't always feel like I'm crafting for myself anymore, you know. And I think, I don't mean to keep bringing up Tina, but I think I've heard her talk about that. You know, you kind of get so busy doing the videos and working your shop and creating digitals and, you know, making stuff that you don't craft just for the sake of crafting anymore. And that is where I'm at sometimes now. And I'm like, okay, I just need to sit down and enjoy myself. And so I do that on purpose. You know, and I think that's a good thing, right? Because you need to have that, you know. This is just for me today. Oh, I spotted one here that's so pretty. Look at these. I like that one. I don't know why those flowers just stood out to me this time. I've had it for a long time. I've had it for months. All of a sudden I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. I'm looking here. I'm gonna find a nice spot for it. Yeah, you'll definitely, if you're making one of these, you'll definitely want to Mod Podge over it, because you are gonna find your tape. I mean, unless you want to glue every single piece of your washi tape down. Yeah, because it definitely needs to be held down with something. Because as you can see, I have to keep pushing pieces down because it's lifting. Put this away from the other one. Okay. I masoned that. Only because I had an empty space right here and I didn't like that. So now it's covered. Right. I like this one. You know, it's kind of hard to get them going vertically and horizontally, like consistently. That's funny. I'm bringing it away from this because I want it, I don't want the horizontal right up against the horizontal as much, you know. So I'm trying to find spaces where I can kind of leave it open and then fill it in again with a different direction. That one's cool. It's not really fitting the theme though. I've got more of a floral type outdoorsy theme going here with words. So I want to keep it. Let's see. This one's cool. Mushrooms. I haven't even used this one yet. It doesn't look like. Very cool. Except there's a hair stuck on it. There, oops. Well, that one even has little, darn it. That one even has little deer on it. We'll just put that little deer right there. You can see that? Can you guys see okay? We're good. I want you to be able to see detail, but then when I pull in too close, it's too much detail. I mean, it's not enough of it, you know. It's kind of, you lose something is what I'm trying to say. Shoot, I keep doing that, tearing it a little short. I don't like dragging the scissors out each time because it's like pick them up, put them down, pick them up, put them down. I get irritated by that. This is what I was talking about, leaving some gaps so I could kind of put them in different directions. Okay. It's starting to get a little picture going on here, I would say. Let me see, what does this one have? Ooh, pretty. I do have some pretty washies. It's got like these roses and stuff on it, see? And the irises and I'm gonna cut this. It's too jaggedy. I might find that I should have cut it in the first place, like all of it, to enjoy it a little bit more. I don't know. I think it's fine. It'll be fine. I'm being too critical, huh? I do that. Once in a while, I catch myself doing that. I'm going to put this one at a vertical right between the two horizontals. Yeah, but then I'm going to need to fill that. Oh, but you know what? I can fill it with thinner ones, right? Yeah. That'll be okay. Let's see. Let me see. I have tons more florals in here. And I'm looking. I don't want a super colorful one. I'm sorry if I'm being boring today, you guys. I think I'm tired. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel that's too thin. Shoot. Might have to come out with a little bit thicker one. Yeah, sometimes I think I'm just tired. You know? You ever just feel tired? This one's little watercolor flowers. We're just going to run that one all the way across. How's that? And it's funny, it's not even my favorite one, but I don't know, I just felt like I need to use it. I don't know why. Maybe it'll be the one area of the whole piece I like the most. Who knows? Okay. Aw, I forgot I even had this little butterfly one. But I'm not going to use it because it's a little bit too bright for what I'm thinking here. So. Trying to stick more with neutrals. That's not easy. This one's neutrally. It's pretty. Okay. Let's take that right across. I was reading a little article. It was talking about Jennifer Lawrence, the actress, and how she's come back to acting after being, you know, off for a while, for a couple of years, but she's pregnant and she's going to have her first child, and her husband they've decided to keep their child's life very private. You know, Jennifer Lawrence is an extremely down-to-earth young lady, and she's like all this stardom. You know, she needed to take a break from it. That's why she took the time off. And now that she's going to have her first child, she's like, this child, I don't want him or her to feel like they belong to anyone in the public eye. And it was asking a poll of what, you know, we think about that. And I was laughing. I didn't answer, but I was like, I think I want her to see her, because it was asking, do you want to see more of Jennifer? Do you think she's right in her opinion? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first of all, who am I to say if she's right or not about how she raises her child? But secondly, it's like, come on, seriously, I think that she deserves to have her privacy. That's what I think. I think that, you know, it's okay. I'm like, yeah, we love her acting. She's a great actress, but we don't own her. I mean, you know, we have a tendency in our world today to just feel like everybody's got this opinion thing. We all have an opinion. And now we have, with social media, we have the means to express it, like, really loud. And, yeah, it's a little much. It's a little much. So, yeah, I didn't say anything. I was just thinking about it because I was just reading it a few minutes before I started the video. And I was like, wow, good for her. You know, I like her acting. She's an excellent actress. And I think she's a very funny person. And, you know, but I also think that she's completely right in wanting her privacy, especially for her child. It's like, yeah, I have no opinion about that. So, other than I'm glad she's taking a stand against the norm and not letting, you know, the world control what she does with her family. I think that's wise. I think that's wisdom right there. Out of a very young lady. Let's see. I used that one already, didn't I? Did I? Yeah, I used that one. I'm going to put it over here. See, that's why I started sticking them over there. Because I don't want to reuse over and over and over. Did I do this one? I don't think that I did. Okay. So I hope you guys like this idea. It's just something fun. I mean, I've seen other people do tons of stuff with their washi. I'm sure somebody out there did a collage with their washi tape. I'm not coming up with the wheel here, but I just thought it'd be fun for us on our channel and in our little neck of the woods to do it together. This is just my contribution to our lovely something challenge this week. We all have our contribution to the challenge. Mine just happens to get taped on video. Or recorded, I guess it is. It's not taped anymore, is it? I forget. This one's cute. It's pretty kind of colorful, but it fits in with the plants and all of that good stuff, so I'm going to use it. It's not too colorful, right? You guys are probably like, that's not really colorful at all. Let's see. Let's go across right here to here. And let's do it sideways on this one. Oops, uneven. Let me fix that. I was trying to find something to do too that wasn't going to take a ton of time, because I wanted to get out a few videos today because I didn't get to do any yesterday. Well, I did our devotions, but I didn't get to do any crafting videos because, you know, I had folks over next door and it was loud, and I try not to video when they're over there because it just, you know, I understand they have a lot of work to do. I get it. They've got to get that ready for new tenants and stuff, but, you know, it kind of breaks into what I'm doing, and so yeah, I didn't get anything done, and today I'm kind of like, okay, I hope that I can get a few done. So my point was, I'm rambling, my point was that I was wanting to do something that wasn't quite, you know, going to take as much time, because when you have drying time of the Mod Podge and stuff, that takes, you know, that adds additional time to what you're doing. And so I'm going to jump in here with some smaller tapes now, because I've pretty much covered all these thicker areas with the bigger tapes. As soon as I'm done with this last, probably right here, I think I'll add this over here, and then I think that'll probably, oh, there's little ships on that, I just noticed. That's cute. That's adding a little bit of color to it. Now, what I was saying was, I think I'm going to jump in with some of these thinner tapes and just bring it home. Bring it home, baby. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. You know, you do make me feel better. I don't know if you are aware of that, but once I'm with you on the videos and I'm talking, I'm aware of the different people that, you know, are with me every day, the ones that stick with me all the time. And so I feel like you're here with me and I'm talking to you, you know, and it wakes me up. It's like going, and it's like when you're out doing stuff and maybe you don't feel that great when you leave your house, and then you get out and about and you start moving around and you feel better. That's kind of how I feel. Like when I'm with you guys, I start to feel better, you know, even though I'm tired initially or not very talkative or whatever. So it's good. So I thank you, as usual, for being here with me. I don't ever want you guys to think that you are taken for granted, because you truly aren't. You know, I always tell my husband when I talk about you guys, I don't call you, even, it's so funny, I mentioned subbies yesterday, I think, because I was talking about somebody else's channel and I said they're subbies, and he said, "What's that?" And because he's not a YouTube guy, not much. I mean, he goes in there for working with cars and stuff, but he doesn't, He's he's a member of our family. He subscribes to my channel, but he doesn't, watch it really, of course. But anyway, he said, what do you mean a subby? And I go, oh, somebody who subscribes to the channels, and that's what they call them, subbies. The reason I'm telling you that is because he didn't know what it was, because I never call you guys my subbies, and he doesn't call you my subbies either. He calls you my friends. When we pray for you guys in the morning, he always prays for my friends. Yeah, so you're not thought of like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that that's a bad thing. I mean, that's just what it means. It means what it means. It's not a big deal. But I'm just saying, I don't reference you guys really ever as subbies. I don't even, you're my friends. You're my family, on my channel. And you're part of the Terroristake family, and we're part of most of us are believers and part of the family of God. And yeah, so I don't reference you guys that way. So when I talk about you and I say these things to you, it's true. To me, you guys are my friends and very lovely ladies that I have grown to love. And the more I know you guys, the more I feel that way. And you're a blessing. That's what I think. You're all a blessing. Wonderful, wonderful gift. And I'm very grateful for all of you. Oops, see, I tore it, and I tore it too much. Figures. I'll just have to overlap that a little bit. There. Okay. Oh, I know what it was. It brought it up. I was talking about me being somebody's subby on their channel, and he goes, "What is that? A subby? What are you talking about?" That was what it was, because I was referencing myself about, subscribing to somebody's channel, and I called myself their subby. Yeah, so it was funny. And I just looked at him, and I'm like, "What?" And I go, "What's what?" And he goes, "What you just called yourself? What did you say?" I go, that's what they call us when we subscribe to each other's channels. He goes, oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, this one does not have plants, but it has beautiful violins and stuff, and a camera. It's got just some fun vintage things, so I'm just going to throw little spots of it here and there that need coverage. And I think it'll be cute. And then we're ready to Mod Podge, guys. We're almost there, just about there. Just bear with me a few more minutes. Okay. Ugh. I am okay. Violin. And before you do your Mod Podge, make sure you press everything down and make sure that you're ready to do it. But this is my my little washi, neutral washi master board. Got one, I think that's it. Yeah, one more piece. And we are finished. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to get my Mod Podge, and I'm going to use my satin. I think I do like that one the best for most projects for me. But you can use matte, gloss, any one you want, I'm going to not clean up all the washi because then I'll be messing with that, and I don't want to fiddle right now. I'll do that while this is drying. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that while this is drying. Okay, let me grab my brush. Let's see, which one do I want to use? Okay, I think this one should do the trick. Or do I want this one? Let me see. Sometimes they're crunchy. Can you hear them? Because I haven't washed them out or washed them, but maybe it didn't come out quite as good as it should have. This is my favorite, but it's feeling a little bit. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so go around and make sure, if you're doing this with me, make sure that you have tagged all those down. It just helps you for the long run. Now, because we glued all the edges, all of that will be holding down good, and we won't have to worry about that. Now, once I cut it, I might have to add a little bit of glue. See, it's popping. I might have to add a tiny bit of glue, but that's okay. It happens. And because this black paper underneath is just a dollar store mini poster board, okay, that's what that is. Now, that one's not even sticking with Mod Podge, that's weird. Because it's just that, I can just pick it up and throw it away and put a new one down. Not a big deal. I really like those. They sell them, at least at my Dollar Tree, they sell them, and they're mini. They're a pack of 6 miniature. See how it's lifting? That's the only thing. It's kind of annoying. But they're miniature poster boards, and they're great for working on top of, because you can just throw them out, you know, and you don't feel like you didn't waste a whole beautiful board getting it all stained and inked up and all that. Your crafting board, you know, like I do with my green ones. They always get all yucky. But this kind of saves me some cleanup, and yeah, and they're $1.25 for 6 of them, so that's not too bad. Of course, 6 months ago they would have been 99 cents for 6 of them. Yes, that still bothers me. Or they'd have been $1, I mean. Now everything, of course, is $1.25. Or was it 99 cents? I don't remember. Gosh, the dollar store, it's $1, right? 99-cent store was 99 cents. They need to change their logo. They still have on their signs everything, you know, nothing more than 99 cents. Like, really? How can you claim that? Isn't that false advertisement? I think that's false advertisement. I'm pretty sure that that's like the definition of false advertisement. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. It'll only take a few. It's not too long a wait. And I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so my landlord got here really early, and so it's going to be noisy. He's hammering outside or something, I don't know, banging around. But here's what we have so far, and it's dry now. As you can see, we're good and dry. And I've only got one spot back here where my paper, I didn't think about it, my Mod Podge, you know, got back there. So I will probably cut this to be a pocket. I am so sorry for the banging. Sorry, I just really didn't want them to be here this early, but anyways, okay. So I think I'm going to cut this piece as a pocket, okay, and use it for that. Okay. I may have to trim this just slightly, make it a little more even, but that part is going to be a pocket. That's cute. Okay, and we're going to do some blind cutting here. Yep. I'm just going to cut from the back and see what we get. These are going to be tags. And then I think I'll probably do 4 journal cards. Okay. You know, I don't think you can ever have enough journal cards and tags for your journals, right? About the time I think that I have too much, I find out I don't have enough for what I'm working on, and I have to make more. So it's funny. So now I'm just going to trim some stuff here real quick. But there's one of them. So as you can see, they're cute and they give you a nice varied background because we stuck with neutrals, but we have you know, the color in here that we can use. We could do brighter colors on here if we wanted, but we can use the what do you call it? I'm trying to think. Sorry. So just we can use different. We use peach and pink, and there's the beige, and then you've got like the orangey color, the browns, the rusts, and copper, green. So yeah, there's a lot of varied. There's some yellow in here, ivory. Yeah, so you've got a lot of varied colors in this piece. What time is it? Okay. We have got about 15 minutes or so, and I'm just going to get these trimmed up, and then we'll distress and we'll decorate one. Okay. You know the drill, like I do. I like to try and decorate my project with you guys, at least some of it, so you can, so I can possibly inspire you, you know, with something. I don't know. I don't think I probably bring a lot of new to the ball game, but at least I bring my take on stuff. Ergo Tara's take. Okay. I'm looking. This looks even, but at the same time something looks off, so I think I will probably go in the bedroom after I get done here with you guys, and I will probably just go read and relax because I'm gonna hear this all day long. I really was hoping that he would come around, you know, 8:39, and that way I'd have time to do a couple of videos. If anything happens next week that I don't have all my videos up, you will know why. No, I'll get them done. I just will have to possibly do them over the weekend, which I didn't want to do. I've kind of gotten to where I don't have to do my videos over the weekend. I've got them done, you know, within Monday through Friday, and so I'm hoping this week I get to go over and see Valerie and hang out with my girl. There's our tag. Now, that feels, I mean, they're not completely dry yet either though, so with the Mod Podge stuff does get pretty stiff and strong, you know, so I'm thinking I'll wait. I was gonna say maybe I'll have to you know, make it work or put something on the back of it, but I'll wait until it dries and then we'll see, because it might be just fine. Okay. All right. Oh, I like this one. I like it's got the French wording and stuff in it. That one's cute. I like that one. So there's our tags. And then these are our journal cards. And they look alike and look totally different all at the same time. So as you can see, the washi, using all the variables of washi tape, you get a nice, you know, you get a nice display of different things to play with and work with. Okay, so I'm gonna distress, let's see, maybe I'll do this one. Maybe I'll just make this pocket the one that I do decorating me. And the reason I made it the pocket is because of the black on the back, and that way it can just be glued down on the page and it won't matter, you know. Okay, where's my ink? Oh, duh, it's right here. I'm slightly discombobulated because I didn't expect him to get here so early. But okay. All right. What do you think, guys? How should we decorate these? These are kind of a vintagey, country feel, outdoorsy feel. I mean, this one's got a deer on it. It might get covered up, of course, but you know what I'm saying. Of course, I have some words. We want to use our words always. And I'm wondering, let me see. I was thinking I could use maybe a couple of my little corner stamps here and do like a little corner thing here on it. That'd be kind of cute. But which one do we want to do? We've got the flowery ones, the more angled ones. Ooh, let's do should we do the rose? Yeah, I'm gonna do the rosy one. I haven't used it yet anyway. These are the new ones I just got from, I didn't even use these other tapes. I sat them up there, but I never touched them. Okay. And I'm going to use black ink on the corners because I want it to stand out. And it won't if I don't use the black. I've tried brown vintage photo and stuff to stamp things, and to be honest, it never quite, you know, works for me. It never really stands out enough to me. I usually end up going back over it with black just so that I can see it better, you know. So Cordy had a new young man yesterday that he was supposed to train, you know. That's all part of his new job, you know. And so the last guy, okay, so the first one he helped train, that young man ended up being fired because he just was not fulfilling. I've got to go back down on this. He was not fulfilling. Oh, I did it. the job, you know, and he ended up being very disrespectful to the equipment, which is very expensive equipment. And you know, people go into this job and they're maintaining, they're building and maintenance to playgrounds in HOAs. Okay, it's called HOA and Playgrounds is what the company is called, and they build these big, amazing playgrounds that all your kids play on and your grandkids. Well, they maintain the safety of your children, and see, people don't think about that. When you think about this job, it seems like everybody who's come on since Cordy started, they kind of have a tendency to think of it as, oh, I'm working at a car wash, because they're washing a playground. But the thing is, you're not. You are maintaining safety requirements that are like state mandated for these children. I mean, this is an important job, because if they don't go around and tighten all this equipment and they don't maintain it and make sure that it's safe, what's going to happen? I mean, think about how dangerous a playground can actually be for our kids. Some of those slides are huge, and then those bouncy toys, I mean, if those bolts broke, it could break a child's neck. There's just all kinds of things, you know. I'm not sure I'm liking that as much as I thought I would. Well, I'm going to decorate. We'll see. Anyway, and so the first kid, he was just in and out, you know, wash, and didn't really care. And then the boss, the owner of the company, actually saw him putting the hose away, and he was being very, like, lackadaisical with it. And he almost busted the hose. These hoses cost like $3,000 a piece or something. It's terribly expensive. And the boss told him, you know what, you have been getting bad reports. He'd only been there 3 weeks. And he said, you've been getting bad reports from the guys that have trained you, and I see for myself that you don't care about my equipment. You don't really care about this job, so you're gone. So they let him go. These two girls look good on here, so I'm going to use them. So they let him go just like that. And then he trains a second guy, and this guy's name, or this guy was older. And Courtney, he texts me and he's like, yeah, I think this guy's going to work out. He's an older guy, he takes the job more seriously. I think it's going to work out. So that afternoon he comes home, he goes, nope, didn't work out. I go, what happened? He goes, well, he was older and he decided, I can't hang with this job, it's too much work. And so Courtney, he worked him hard, because I'm going to put some of this on here. He worked him hard, but that's what the job entails. They work hard. And he quit. He goes, I'm going to go work somewhere where I can get paid the same amount of money and stand in the air conditioning. I'm sorry, I can't hang. And he was like 43 years old or something. But at least he was man enough. He went in and he faced them and he quit, in person. And he didn't, just bail on him or something like most of the people do. So then yesterday he gets another guy, young man, who comes in and he's bragging, that he's was a welder and that he's done all these jobs and he owns his own house and he's this and he's that and he's made $2,000 a week. And Courtney's kind of like, okay, then why aren't you working as a welder now? And why aren't you making $2,000 a week, first of all? And then, secondly, how old are you? He asked the guy, and the kid goes, oh, I'm 19. So I'm like, when he told me, I go, okay, the two ends don't meet the middle on this story. I'm not buying it, but okay. And so then this kid, he tells me in the beginning of the day, and I gotta preface it with this. Cordy's always very positive, and he's like, oh, this is working out really good, And then later he'll be like, I spoke too soon. Okay, and it's almost 9 times out of 10, nowadays, these people in our world don't want to work. And so 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have a good worker. It's like statistically true at this point. And so yesterday he's all, yeah, he jumped right out of the truck and he handled the loading of stuff, and then he guided me out of my spot and backed me up, guided me as I was backing up. So yeah, maybe this one will work out. He seems like a good kid. Nope. A couple hours later, he messages me the message he sent to their boss. He's like, do not put this young man with me again tomorrow. I do not want to work with him. He will not listen. He's got no initiative. And he is wearing his earbuds. He's falling asleep. And he was sleeping in the Cordy sent me a picture. He was sleeping in the truck. As Courtney was driving him, he was asleep. I'm like, you spoke too soon. He goes, exactly. I spoke too soon. Again. So he gets there today, and the young man is put with they had a talk with him, and they put him with the building crew, which those guys work like 14-hour days, and they work hard, and they stuck him with the crew, and they said, okay, you're going to go, you're going to go really work. And the boss, I guess, had a talk with him and stuff, So Courtney speaks to him as he comes in. He goes, hey, good morning. And the kid ignored him. He just totally snubbed him because he knows Courtney talked to the boss. But, that's Courtney's job. He has to talk to the boss. And, yeah, so he was mad. And I told Courtney, I go, does that bother you? And he said, nope, I'm here to do a job. I'm not here to make friends. I'm sorry. He said, I'm a nice guy, but don't push it. And that kid just pushed and pushed all day. He really disrespected Courtney. I mean, like to the point he was wearing his earbuds. He wouldn't answer him. And then every time Courtney tried to show him something, he goes, I know how to do this. I know how to do that. I know. He's one of those kids. And it turns out the guy who helped him get the job, who didn't really know him, but just, was helping him out, said that he has, some issues and things that he had heard through his wife, and people that know him. And so Courtney's like, yeah, he's definitely got some issues. So yeah, it was funny because Courtney was like, yeah, he's got a bad attitude. He doesn't want to learn. He doesn't want to listen. Everything that Courtney tried to show him, he would say, oh, I know how to do it. And then he wouldn't know how to do it. And Courtney'd have to come back over and be like, do you want me to show you now? And then the kid would be, oh, I know how to do it, but it just, this is acting up, or whatever, that kind of thing. So he's young. I mean, he's 19 years old. And you know how 19 years old. And the kid that runs the crew of builders, okay, he's young. He's in his 20s. but he's a very responsible type kid. I mean, he's super, responsible. And so I told my husband, I said, what'll probably happen is he might act better with Matt because Matt's his age. And the thing is he'll talk to him, like a kid, I mean, he'll be able to talk to him kind of kid to kid. Because with you, it was more like being taught by his dad, and he was getting, oh, I know what I'm doing. You know how kids get an attitude with elderly people, with older people. And Courtney's not elderly, but he's old enough to be this young man's dad. And so I said you probably reminded him of his dad, and he was just like, oh, I don't want to take no orders from you, inside his head. And so, yeah. But Courtney's not the kind of guy that you do that with. He'll tell. He's not a narky type of person, but if he's told to do a job and you're making it impossible for him, he will let the boss know, hey, I can't work with this kid. Sorry, he don't listen. He has no respect. And yeah, he wouldn't even look Courtney in the eye yesterday. I mean, and then I guess though part of the way through the day, he started to realize that he'd upset Courtney. So he was like, so how long have you worked here? And started trying to talk and started trying to, because he realized he'd messed up. Yeah, but anyway, it was pretty funny. So I'm looking here, and now that I've done my part with Memories of the Meadow for my first, initial part, I can use some stuff from the kit, the overall kit, to play with on my videos. And I'm looking here to see, because there's a lot of really cute fussy cuts, and we did so much stuff with like nature and things like that I was thinking maybe I could use something. Let's see. Oh, this would be kind of cute. I have one that's got the right color. This is purple, but let's see if we darken this up a little bit, because we've got a little bit of purples and kind of deeper burgundies and stuff here. I'm working this week, or last week I started, or no, I think it's this week. Tomorrow we're going to be doing, with our Memories of the Meadow, the rest of the month, I'm going to be working on a full folio. I did the tag folio the first 2 weeks, and now I'm going to do a full folio. So tomorrow, that's what you guys will be seeing, which I'm excited about. It's actually, I sat down and did not know what I was going to do with it, because I want to use all papers from the kit and work them into all the aspects of it, like creating the ephemera from it, creating the pages for it, the backgrounds, everything. And so yeah, I think it actually turned out pretty cute so far. I'm liking it, so I hope you do too. Believe in new possibilities. I don't want to cover this whole background, but I do want to decorate it. I'm looking here to see. I've got these cute, there's so many cute things in here. Tranquil, inspire. Oh, I like that, but it's too green. It's a little too much green. Let's see. Oh, and then I've got these meadow, silence. Let's see, I'm reading these little words here. Oh, my dreams. That'll look good, huh? I like that. Let's see. My dreams, believe in new possibilities. I am going to darken the white though. Just browning it a little bit, So it gets a little bit of a grungier look. My dreams, believe in new possibilities. I was thinking about that black lace I had earlier in my hand, and I'm not sure if I could still work it in. I haven't used black in ages, and I like black lace, like a lot, and I don't think you guys have seen me use it in months. Not really. I always cut that ribbing off for the most part. Unless the gathered look is what I'm aiming for, but yeah. I'm just checking here to see if I can kind of fit this in somewhere. I don't know. Maybe not. I could put it there. Let's see. We're going to do it. We're just going to do it. It's when I start thinking about things too much that I you know, have problems. When I end up not overthinking it, I kind of like stuff better. So I'm just going to not overthink it, and I'm going to put the lace. But I do want to put the right side. There we go. I had started to put this down anyway on the bottom, but then that peachy color matched it better. But the peachy color might match it better, but kind of matches it almost too much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to use my dry wipe here. Okay. Now I'm going to put, I think I'll put this little stamp, and, or should I just put My Dreams? You know what would look cute too? Let's see if we can add some bling. I don't know. What do you think? Is it too much to put bling on here? Because those girls look so countrified, and then to put bling on top of it is like, I don't know. Maybe I'm making an overstatement here. I don't know though. I kind of like putting, you know, the different elements together of like shabby chic, you know, and making things more I'm not going to use that one this time. What time is it? Oh, girls, I gotta stop now. Look at me. I'm just going along like I've got all the time in the world, you know, and then it's not even that big a project. I made way more out of it than I should have. This should not have been this long a video, and I'm sorry. I lost track by talking of what I was talking about. So anyway, I'm going to end here just because I think I probably should. I'm just looking here to see if I do want to add a little bit of bling somewhere. What do we think? I'll put it there in the corner. If I don't like it, I can always remove it and put something else when I go to use the pocket. But I do that a lot too. Sometimes you guys will see me do one thing on the video, and then I'll pull up the piece. I'll put the piece somewhere like on Facebook or something, and it'll look different, and it's because I've redecorated it and changed my mind. Okay, come on. I'm just glad it got kind of quiet. He's working on the inside right now, so oopsie. I may have to use that rubber cement. Anyway, so there's our piece. That's a pocket to go into a journal. My dreams, believe in new possibilities. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and for doing this project. I hope if you joined me, you'll let me know and tell me if you enjoyed it or not. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, please feel free to join Creatives Inspired Corner. There is a link in the About section of this channel, and also up at the top of the channel, I believe, in the right-hand corner of the screen, there should be a link there as well. Okay? And I have also started linking my Amazon shop list. It's a link that goes straight to what I have saved of things that I purchase. And a lot of the stuff that you guys see me use is in there already. I am adding to it all the time as I see or remember things, you know. But if you go in there, there's a ton of stuff in there already. Some of it is my wish list type stuff as well that I haven't bought yet, but that I want to buy. So I thought I'd let you know if you want to know about the stuff that I use in the videos. For the most part, it's going to be linked in my Amazon shop. Okay? I love you very much. God bless you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being with me. Bye-bye.